What a beautiful day, lakeside. Guys, today I got a special project to share with you. A really bright product that operates just by the sun only. No electrical needed. All right, here's the product I have for you today, and it's from LANGY. And I did try the LANGY product before, the LANGY Solar Street Light, 120 watts. And I do have one of those up in my backyard. If you'd like to see that video, how bright they get, I'll leave a link to that video above here. Otherwise, stay tuned. Let's take a look at this one. This is a 2-pack of the LANGY Street Lights, Solar Street Lights, 200 watt. These have 360 individual LEDs packed inside of them, in each one. Nice instruction manual for everyone. They come with the mounting brackets, and I may be mounting mine possibly like this up against my house instead of like this. Traditionally you want them angled up a little bit, but I don't want it to shine most of the light over to my neighbor's yard. I want to keep it in my side yard mostly. So I may either go sideways like this at an angle, out like that, or slightly down, and we're going to catch the sun because the sun is angled towards this way. So look at these. They are heavy, heavy duty, giant. Look at those solar panels, as big as the mid portion of my body. That is a huge solar panel array right there, and these will just slide onto your mounting poles that I just showed you, and 360 LEDs packed into here. And it operates with a motion sensor, so when it hits dark outside, it's going to come on for however specific hours you set it for at 30% brightness. And then if somebody walks past the motion sensor underneath of it, it will kick on to 100%. So that's what we need. We use our side yard for our doggies, so these are going to be great. I'm just going to use one in the side yard, and I may take the second one up to our property in Kentucky. So I like getting the 2-pack, and they do come with remote controls for each one of these solar lights. So I'm going to go ahead and get these mounted, and we'll see how they turn out tonight. All right, let's take a look. We're back now, and we're in the backyard. Look at these beautiful creatures back here, these nice large birds, sandhill cranes behind me, just hanging out in our backyard by the lake. So I want to show you where I'm going to mount these solar lights today. I've already kind of got it staged right now with the ladder and everything. So right here, I mentioned before, I do have the LANGY Solar Street Light up here. That's the 120 watt one I got a couple years back. It's working fantastic, and it lights up this whole area here as we come out our screen patio right there. And I'll give you a panorama. It lights up this area very nicely. But on our side yard here, if you go around the corner back here, this side yard, if the doggies go up there, we can't see them at night. So you see, I'm all prepared. I've got the ladder here. It's partly cloudy today, but I have seen the sun. You can probably kind of see it up there. It kind of passes along right here on this side of our house. So I'm going to go ahead and mount it off the wall here. Like I said, I might mount that bracket a little bit differently so it's not angled up and pointing out towards the neighbor's bushes here. We want it to angle in and down, and it should be super bright at 200 watts. So let's get this mounted. All right, yeah, I think I've decided I'm going to mount it with the pole angled down, the light underneath in this fashion right here, and it's going to be aimed right up at the sun. Perfect. Now remember guys, don't try to mount this on your house on the side that the sun is not getting to, because it's not going to work. It might work the first night, and then you'll come back the next night or the night after and you'll be like, oh man, this product is no good. Well, it needs sun at least 6 to 8 hours a day. All right, I'm going to start drilling, and I'm going to use a level on my bracket here. All right, let's get this bracket mounted. Nice and sturdy. Now we can attach our solar light. All right, to attach the solar light, I've kind of pre-loosened the bolts at the top, the heads of the bolts. The nuts are in a socket here built in onto the back of the light, and I'm using a 14 metric socket right here to tighten these up. Now remember, this is just a plastic housing, so you just want to make it firm. And I believe that will be good enough for me. Now, as you can see, it's angled down towards the house. I hope that doesn't give us any issues. I don't think it will, because this is 200 watts of light power. And I believe we're going to get, because it does have some kind of bleed off, and we'll see that this evening as we take a better look at it. So there it is. As we go down, this is the area we want it lit up. And I think we'll achieve that tonight when we test it out. We'll get another angle here. All right, at this angle here, that's our 120 watt, the first LANGY light I mounted a couple years back. And this is the side yard we need lit. Still have my ladder out, and we've got that light up, but it's kind of angled like this. And it's going to capture that sun, because that sun is kind of like at that same angle every day. It adjusts throughout the year, a little bit more straight up, but then more at an angle. So I think we're going to get full sun on that on most days down here in Florida. So remember that that's very important. The location you mount your solar street light by LANGY, you have to have 6 to 8 hours of sun shining on that solar panel during the day hours. Guys, while we're waiting for darkness to fall, let's take a look at the remote that they give you. This is the remote. It looks like it's got 8 buttons here for us to choose from different modes and settings. And I've got the instruction manual here. We'll take a look at that as well along with us. And number 1 button is just to turn it on or off. That turns your LANGY Solar Street Light on or off. And number 2 button, this makes your street light stay on for 3 hours after dark and then turn off. This button makes it your street light stay on for 6 hours when it turns dark, and then it turns off. And auto, the number 4 button, this will make it stay on all night if it's got enough battery juice. And this 1, 2, 3 button right here, this one is button number 5. This is a brightness adjustment from 25%, 50%, or 100%. 3 different levels of brightness. And your 6th button here is radar motion 1, and that's 100% brightness when sensor motion, turn off when no motion. So it's off unless it detects motion beneath the light. So that's pretty neat. So you can save some battery power there. It's not on all night, only when it spots motion. And number 7 button, radar mode 2, that's 100% brightness when the sensor senses motion, and when the motion goes away, then it sets to 30% brightness. And it tells you right here, labeled on the button. So you don't have to carry the instructions around. The number 8 last button is go to radar mode 1 after staying on for 4 hours. So it shows you here on the button, it's going to stay on for 4 hours, and then it's going to go to radar 1 setting right here. So nice little remote. I noticed this remote is different from the solar street lights from LANGY in the 120 watt version. I don't know if they upgraded them to these remotes or not. My remote on the 120 watt is a little bit different, but I do prefer this remote settings, this remote control a lot better on the 200 watt, I have to say. Guys, if you see anything you like in this video, either one of those LANGY lights, I'll leave the description and the video description, the links in the video description below. If you're interested, check those out. Hey guys, one other note. If you mount these, make sure to press the on button right here, right next to the motion sensor. Press that on button after you mount it, because the remote control, the IR remote control, will not turn that on unless you press that button here on the actual light to turn it on. All right, so the lights look nice. I mean, the 120 watt right here, as we come out, looks nice. Got the doggies out. Harley, Pixie, Carly's not out yet. Carly, come. So I got, of course, we've got the new light down here. This is the 200 watt LANGY. Now it's come on a bit here. Lights it up nice and bright, where you can see everything. Looks nice, guys, so I recommend these. So this is what I was expecting from LANGY Solar Street Lights, and I got it once again. I did the 120 watts about a year or 2 years ago, and now I got the 200 watt. Very satisfied. I highly recommend these solar lights. You don't need any electricity, no outlet run, and you can just put them anywhere in your backyard, around your barn, around your shed, around your garage, anywhere you need no electricity. Guys, thank you for joining me again today, and I'll see you on the next video.